So I'm trying to remember what I last did. I wish there was like a way to like order this by recently completed. Yeah, so I'll talk to the storyteller and then maybe this guy. We'll do this, talk to this guy.
Our path leads on.
The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognize your footsteps. Determined footsteps, befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. Storyteller's ring. Elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Arabeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Kenabres that the local wardstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. Wait. So he knew... First he knew something was wrong, right? And they ignored him, which is whatever. Like, but he said it was desecrated. That means someone messed with it before. Is he talking about the Desnan people that I just helped? No, because they said they got a vision from a demon or something, or Desna. Something. They got a vision or something from someone, and they tried to fix it. So it was messed up before that. I've examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Kenabres did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside, a vulnerability the demons will surely use. They're able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. Frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Isn't breaking one of them like destroy the... Not only would it destroy the chain or barrier or whatever, right? But it's also like the key. It's the first one, no? Who are you and why did they let you examine the wardstone? I am the storyteller, just an old elf, and a bit more. I am old even for an elf. I've seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands. Okay, so that's Kingmaker. So this does take place after Kingmaker. Stolen Lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering on the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and monstrous humanoids, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none have ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long. Led by a remarkable, promising individual, that's probably who you played, right? My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. I don't quite remember what happened. I remember there was that... I mean, I remember the general plot, but like, talking about like the kingdom and like more or less what happened with that, the political part. I know in the ending I got, it was like a secret ending. It was like a merging of like the realms or something, like the fairy lands or whatever in the real world. And I think you ended up becoming like the ruler or something along with that. I forgot her name. Briar. Was it Briar? Or no, that was the thing you gave her. I don't remember. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of other squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. Had a few friends in Nerocion. What is this again? Capital Crusader State of Men. Oh, Capital Mendev. Okay. Defense fortification. Hold back endless demonic world wound. Nerocion is holy city of Iomade. Name is notable as devout worshippers of Iomade. Queen Graufrey. Transform Cathedral. Okay. So it's basically the capital where the queen is. Who vouched for my integrity. That is why my humble request to be allowed to see the wardstone was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Kenabres. Uh, do you wield some special magic power? Some instinct? Storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent, but it is more of a gift. I can see the past, stories that have happened. I touch an object and shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions of them, see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world, gathering such stories for many of thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. Doesn't that imply that stories will stop being made? And that existence will end? What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. Okay, well, to understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Wasn't it sent by Iomade? Planted by the inheritor or whoever? Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? I have. A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Manago invaded the city and with a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best, kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? Locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here. Even the terrifying Balor Koramzadeh, Koramzadeh is one of Discovery's most powerful generals, but his personal might is not the only reason why he poses such a threat in combat. They call him the World Wound. Oh wait, this is the guy. Yeah, the strategist. He's basically like the from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. What is that guy? The strategist. God, I don't want to mispronounce his name. Shuge Leong. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Discari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Kenabres. And when the demon lord struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. Okay, now that makes sense. But still, destroying it, wouldn't it just make a big hole anyways? Why did you travel to the wardstones? Tried to see their stories. The vision I had when I touched the wardstones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the wardstone. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Kenabres, but the demons might have something. What about the light I have? The heaven light sword or whatever. I have heard people I have heard the dying roar of Torendalev, the silver dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Torendalev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of righteousness tell me to point you there. Oh, he's probably talking about this knife. What do you make of it? Storyteller reaches out and says softly, even from here, I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it. using my method. You mean touching it? I will try to see its past of its owner, their emotions, and shreds of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we're dealing with. Storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice disgustingly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair, to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body overfilled with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top, on top is her scrawny head with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. You feel feverish, and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with waves of visions that repeat the words of the old elf. Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth. A creeping, wingless creature. It is your fault I have no wings, a symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. My mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters, the bone spurs on my heels sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off along with shreds of meat. Victory. I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste, his voice becoming normal again. Appalling. Stories like this are the most difficult ones to keep with me. I thought this thing belonged to, what is it, an Aeon or whatever they're called? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. Malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the wardstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight it hurts. This little spot on the flawless surface of the wardstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless, but it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. Light, white light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hands. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling, the terror on his face so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen, or rather, might happen. One of the roads to the future, in one of the possible futures, this item will help you cleanse the wardstone, or destroy it. Doesn't that mean that I would be the one doing that if I had the knife? Interesting. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment, your self-preservation instinct takes over, and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me, but how? I am not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen, I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes, great changes. Yeah, as far as I can tell, he's only ever seen stuff that's happened because that was his whole thing in Kingmaker, like telling you the history of stuff. But wait a minute. Like I said, this knife I found when I wait. I found it in the marketplace or whatever, and it was next to that like I don't know, rift or whatever. And when I touched it, I like saw visions of like an Aeon, which talked about like order and stuff like that. So I mean, like how would that like show? I don't know. I shared your vision, and this knife tempted me. Did you see what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you. Did you manage to overcome its power and subdue it? Or perhaps something else happened to us, something we don't yet understand. So can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously, I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you and why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something. But what? Without questions, questions without answers. I swear this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's the knife. I mean, obviously he touched it and he saw the future. I mean, not like directly the knife, but the knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Hmm. So it's still his own power. So wouldn't that mean that like like his power isn't necessarily like seeing the past or something? It's more like being able to like travel through time mentally or something. Is that what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not set. It used to be a long time ago when the god Erodin guarded Galarian, but not now. Prophecies do not come true, or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it, but the choice has not been made and our destinies are not set in stone. So at some point, I don't know if this is just like flavor or it's going to be an actual choice later. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. So then they're not necessarily evil. Wait, is it me? I mean, he just said, I'm just like, the knife's in my possession and that it's going to be used. Interesting. A few minutes ago, I would have agreed with you. But the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Wait, but he also like took on like the place of a demon or something like that. They killed like their mother or something. I don't know what's going on with this guy. This guy's weird. Remind me, why is it so important to cleanse the wardstone of corruption? I've examined many wardstones, but only one guarding Kenabres did I sense a flaw. A spot of corruption inside. Wait, I already saw this, I think. Please examine. Let me touch them and tell you. I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yanio's sword. Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. The storyteller's hand runs carefully over the scale that has not lost its shine. Proud Tarandala, protector of Kenabres, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. Huh? What does that have to do with Rendelev? The storyteller fiddles with. Wait, it said the scale, right? Oh, okay. Maybe it was Tarandelev's scale. Which I have. I have two of them. But anyways, the storyteller fiddles with the fragment of a gold buckle, an old thing created long ago by divine will. But the power that gave birth to it is lost in the darkness. However, the relic still lives on. So what has changed? I wonder what secret it is hiding. Would you like to know it? Bring me 5 vials of magic essence, and I will revive this object, and with it, its story. What vials of magic essence? Shall we? Uh, the broken buckle. Show him the scale. Takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over a broad river. The sunset has turned its smooth sunset has turned its surface smooth like a mirror. I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales of my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I think I remember this. She was like, no, this happened when she was like fighting or something, and they like corrupted her, but she overcame it. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. Sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me, out of sympathy for them did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flights over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infected with foulness. It is not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. Then suddenly I feel shame. No, no, these are not my thoughts. The Crusaders carried me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer, but I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. It's all because of them, all because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me, but the only thing I hear is, your mentor, he will come, he will help. I lose consciousness. The storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred from Trendelev. Wasn't she? I mean, dragon or not, whatever. They're still living beings, right? Like intelligent things. Surely they have feelings. Trendelev has come a long way. Our unit was ambushed by demons once. She was infected with foulness. The Trendelev you met in Kenabres had gone through many trials and regained her former purity. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If she was infected, it would, at the very least, it would have like affected her. What happens next? Storyteller puts his hand onto his forehead. Sometimes the past can be as vague as the future. We all know how Tarendelev's story ended, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if she finds something else that used to belong to her, we'll know more about her struggle. I got another scale, how about that? We're going to, I gotta read that in a second. Present radiance. This is the blade with his finger. Sadness rings in his voice. Present is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing, and there is nothing I can do. We retreat. No, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gate. They are chased by angry howls of demons killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I'm standing still on the wall. I am covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe all around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with the golden light in my hand. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, "Hey, Discari's spawn, who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel, and you know how many of you I have killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Darazand, Minago, or your echo of your lord. Bring them my head if you can." Roaring and screaming, they rush toward me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the foot of the tower. In the heat of the battle, I see Joran's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help, carrying two wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. This is what I am fighting for. I am covering the retreat. Ah, wait, this is the dude. Staunton Vane is the dude that caused it, and Joran is his brother. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armor is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-slickened hand. He flies up, but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Resin, I am dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Iomade, accept my soul. Storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. You see the future of the sword. Just one of the numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt, and metal rings in his hand, or in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the army of warriors led by my lady. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage in their hearts. I am radiance. Tremble, city of Dresden. My lady Yaniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge. Storyteller returns the sword to you. It is nice to know that this sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It is a glorious sword. So is this gonna repair the sword? No, I think this is talking about something else. Present the stone knife. Tell me about its previous owner. Touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt. I've already seen this, I think. Contorts, bring me into my lair, my mother's scrawny head. This is the demon, right? Acid screech. Symbol of greatness, birthright should have received from my mighty father. Yeah, I think I've seen this already. Um, clenched, pitiful, tiny, yeah. Creature might wait. Corruption, guys. Something to learn and grow. You swing, stab the butterfly with the knife, start again. Fingers cramp painfully. Okay. Um, Found our encounter in the Blackwing Library. Did you find what you were looking for? Alas, no, but I also found proof that the book I'm looking for is in Kenabres, part of it. Very old thing. Rumor has it some ancient scroll or book about the times of Earthfall is held in Kenabres. According to the legend, it describes the last days of the proud kingdom of Kyonin, later abandoned by the elves fleeing Galarian. I had a vague hope that the events described in it will shed some light on my past. Galarian is the world, no? Yeah. So the elves left the planet? Let's see. Kyonin was almost completely evacuated by the elves just before the fall of the Starstone. Wait, let's see what Earthfall is. Earthfall is the name given to the cataclysmic event in which a shower of meteorites impacted Golarion in 5923. It resulted in the destruction of human empires of Thassalon and Aslant, which were consumed by earthquakes and massive tidal waves, and the creation of the Inner Sea. The cloud of dust thrown up by Earthfall and impact settled in Galarion's upper atmosphere and blotted out the sun for 1,000 years, creating the Age of Darkness. Wasn't these meteorites? It's talking about Starstone, right? They only recently, by Elven standards, returned to Golarion to reclaim their ancient homeland and have become an isolationist realm, allowing few non-Elven visitors into their mist-shrouded capital of Idara. Wait, so the elves left the planet. Does that mean like they went to another planet or another dimension? Another plane or whatever? And this Earthfall, the meteorites is talking about is the Starfall or whatever, or the Starstone. And the Starstone, wasn't it used to make like weapons and stuff? I could have sworn there's like robots or something. No, there's like some nation that's like technologically advanced that used it. They made like guns and stuff, right? Maybe I'm just completely forgetting. I could have sworn that was something. I think I already. Uh, Old elf permits him a faint smile. I'm not surprised. A strange, peculiar elf with unusual powers comes from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark some interest. I will answer your questions. Who are you and where are you from? Or I would have said that I was a blacksmith from Kyonin who lost his sight and then found his true calling in a new craft, that of a story collector. But I have lately begun to suspect that those words are no more than a lie. Old elf chuckled sadly. Quite the irony. I never thought I'd have to have cause to complain about my memory. It holds the stories of the entire world, but I have noticed more and more alarming signs recently. I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I don't remember those events, but stories cannot lie, so it means that my memory is lying. Wait, what? I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I mean, that's because his power is like seeing the events through the eyes of whoever it was, right? So how would his memory be lying? Unless he's talking about remembering the stories and he believes that they're like himself or something. I don't know. It's weird. You look ancient. I thought elves didn't get old. Blind man straightens his bony back with dignity. As you can see, we do if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in this world older than me. Storyteller sighs and continues with a sad smile. Anyways, it's about time. It's about the stories. It's not about time. It's about the stories I keep inside. So much suffering and sadness in this world, and in my stories too. I've lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it into my heart. It's hard. The weight of all this suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Where do you get your strange powers? Storyteller shrugs. I've got I've always got along well with things. I used to be a blacksmith, that I know for sure. Didn't he just say you thought that was a lie? Their spirit. For as long as I can remember, I've always been able to feel the traces of memories and feelings left on things by their former owners. I don't know where this gift comes from. Maybe having taken my sight, the gods granted me another sense. How do you see into the future? Cannot say. Such visions are new to me. My instinct has always worked toward the past, not the future. But some things change. Everything changes. So do I. Perhaps right now the stories that are yet to be happen are more important than the ones that have already happened. Why did you come to the world? Why, I mean, he came to examine the stones. Searching for the truth about my real past is. Oh, right. He just happened to be there when the whole thing was going down. Okay. I saw myself in other stories. In them, I was called the elf in the tower. Now I'm looking for this tower. My tower. Everywhere. I've been to many places. I visited islands and deserts, but I haven't found it. There are very few uncharted territories on my map. The World Wound is one of them. How do you collect stories? What do you mean he memorizes them? Same way a court philanderer collects his conquest. The way a healer has a personal cemetery of patients he failed to save. The way every person, including you, has a box of secret. My most precious experiences deep down in their soul. That no one is allowed to touch. The world is not made of things or matter even. It's made of stories. They move from the past to future, piercing our world, and at one point of here and now. Wait, at the point of here and now. They give meaning to everything. They are the meaning, and everything else is only the setting required for stories to exist. There is nothing more real and alive than a story, and anything real and alive can die or be destroyed, distorted, forgotten. But as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. This is why I don't often share my stories. By sharing one with you, I give you the right to tell it to others. To distort and embellish it, well then, I don't know, advertently or inadvertently, how can I be sure you will keep its original purity? Stories travel from one person to another. They change, become distorted, turn into tall tales. This is why I keep my stories to myself. Wait, he wants to wait, so he's just preserving them just for his own sake. I mean, where is it again? Give meaning to everything. There's nothing more real than a story, and real life can be distorted. But as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. But I mean, if he's gonna die eventually, they will be. And if he doesn't want to tell them to people because they'll be distorted, they're gonna be lost. That's what you think. In fact, the world. Wait, what? The world is full of amazing things, and you still have a lot of questions. You just haven't bubbled up to the surface of your consciousness yet. Can I help you? Storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Kenabres there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Kyonin who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found mention that this manuscript exists and is held somewhere in the city. I assume it's stored in the Great Garrison. It wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The crusade naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Great Garrison has fallen into enemy hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. Wish you interesting adventures. Okay. I don't even know if I want to
Together we
bother talking to
stand.
this guy, but that was a lot of reading. Defender's Heart is a splendid choice for the Crusade's outpost. The very sight of these walls brings back fond memories of drinks and revels. The drinks were really good, by the way. I don't know, this tavern doesn't seem that great. Not to mention, isn't this guy like a rich guy, a social elite? May I ask you a few personal, talk about, Whatever. You can try. I've heard stories about the tragedy that befell your family. I hope you don't feel obliged to offer me your insincere condolences on this unfortunate occasion. My whole family, my entire noble line, they all died. And demons are to blame. It's not like I actually loved any of my relatives, except for my mother. But what's gone is gone. The family crypts are full of corpses, all covered in dust and the shadows of the past. What do you cherish most in life? There are far too many things that I cherish to fit them all into a single conversation. Believe it or not, but I might be one of the most life-loving people you've ever known. Uh, I don't know, man. You seem more like you just don't care. Daeran smiles. His eyes are gleaming with something different from his usual impudence and irony. There's a dreamy air about him all of a sudden. I rarely meet anyone who embraces the joy of living as enthusiastically as myself. There's so many exciting and beautiful things in the world. It should be illegal to waste your time on anything you do not enjoy. And I am not afraid to repeat that to anyone's face. Should it be Discari and his demonic herd or Iomade the Lightbringer herself? Okay, well, what do you hate the most? Feeling of helplessness, the lack of control over my own life. Daeron replies without thinking. Then he adds, with obvious sarcasm, and onion rings, of course. I'd murder the person who came up with those abominations. Hey, onion rings aren't that bad, man. You don't seem especially keen on helping people, but your knowledge of healing is truly impressive. What prompted your interest in that? Ah, if you really want to try out everything life has to offer, you also have to understand how to deal with the consequences. Now, I'm not talking about a simple hangover, mind you. Have any good stories about your past exploits? I've got plenty, but I have to warn you that even the most outrageous debauchery sounds far less thrilling when you were not the one doing the debauching. Still, since you asked, I suppose the worst mess I've ever got myself into when I staged my own kidnapping. I was once in a correspondence with one of the Riverlands nobles, the young Lord Lebeda, and he told me about his days as a hostage to a group of bandits. This made me wonder what it would be like, and I thought that it might be fun to set up a little experiment. And engineered my own kidnapping by a certain gang through a chain of intermediaries and hired actors. Those fellows took the job very seriously. They caught me by surprise, killed my two bodyguards, and even tied me up. Of course, the whole thing seems preposterous now, but it seemed like an ingenious idea at the time. The employers had told the kidnappers that they were to keep me safe and sound, and another group of mercenaries in disguise was watching the spectacle from afar, ready to interfere in case anything went wrong. Turned out to be a terrible idea nonetheless. It wasn't the least bit fun or exciting. Wait, they actually killed his bodyguards? Alright, it's kind of weird, but okay. Sure, those bandits had been unable to torture or hurt me physically in any way, but they had plenty of other non-invasive methods of humiliation in their arsenal. Taking almost all of your clothes off and splashing ice-cold water all over you, for example. Ugh, I can't even remember if I said anything truly offensive to provoke them, even though I initially planned to let them go after the ransom. Their overly emotional reactions made me change my mind. I told my mercenaries to hang them all on the spot. I suppose the whole ordeal taught me a valuable lesson, which is that I am not built for hardships and trials. Not everyone is. Okay, look, see right here. Wait, you just told me that a couple of your bodyguards died during the staged kidnapping. Does that mean two innocent people lost their lives so that you could have a bit of fun? Let's just click this. Daeran pales a little, but not out of shame. Oh, spare me. It irks me beyond all measure when I hear about the suffering of innocents. He sighs, looks away, and continues in a flat, polite tone. Yes, the bodyguards died. Guarding nobles is a dangerous job. Dangerous job. They were well aware of the risk. I don't see a problem with that. Besides, they proved their incompetence. They would have stood no chance against real kidnappers. Yeah, still, their cruel jokes bring nothing but misery. Life's too short to not try out everything you can. These aren't even like opposite things. These are two different alignment shifts. Good and evil, and then chaotic and lawful. And that was a stupid story, and now I'll tell you a truly brilliant one. Prelate Hole Run had always been strictly prohibited. Wait, has always strictly prohibited any public celebrations in Kenabres, and he always picked on me for my lack of respect for the fallen and whatnot. I mean, I can see it. His grumbling annoyed me so much that one day I drove 4 barges into the city harbor and set up a celebration on their decks. Okay, the ships on the river didn't fall under the prelate's jurisdiction. You see, so all he could do was snarl at me from the embankment. I, for one, did not forget the old boy. The main attraction of the festivities involved an Inquisitor of Iomade dancing and roasting beautiful witches on illusor, illusory, illusory bonfires, taking off his clothes, and with every new victim. The spectacle was so heated in every sense of the word that the prelate almost had a stroke. Everyone gives you a mischievous smile. I still consider that one of my finest ideas of all time. Should the Crusaders ever succeed in their efforts against the world wound, I will do my utmost to get permission to hold a grand public celebration. Rivers of wine, free of charge, an obligatory parade, and a carnival in the evening. A contest for the most provocative succubus costume with a hefty prize in gold. Another contest where the participants have to fish a sausage out of a wine jar, blindfolded with their hands tied behind their backs. Fishing for sausage in wine. Yeah, alright. The wine will symbolize the blood of all the dead heroes of the war, and the sausage, well, they'll find a heroic meaning for that. I'm sure they will. Over the years, the commemoration of the greatest victory of light over darkness will turn into an ordinary holiday, a fine excuse to get sloshed and rut like animals in the streets. Okay. Do you enjoy being mean to everyone? Yes. And here I thought you were hurling insults at people purely by accident. Huron laughs. This time his smile is surprisingly soft. I like your way with the words. What did you expect me to say if I wanted to make a good impression? Something along the lines of, I'm not mean, I'm just being honest with myself and everyone else. That's what people use as an excuse when they want to keep up this saccharine facade, while still saying whatever nasty little thoughts spring to mind. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Being honest doesn't mean being rude. You can be honest about something without being like rude about it. That is not what I do. I have no hidden agenda. I'm just as much of an insufferable prick as I seem to be. You know what? At least he's honest. Some people are simply begging for a good dose of mockery, so who am I to deny them? I don't give a damn if anyone holds a grudge against me, which is why I don't even try to avoid it. Alright, bro. Bro, that was one section. What's your opinion on Mendev? Doesn't exist, Daeran scowls. It is a frontier country that has attracted every utopian adventurer and fanatic from all over the world for more than a century. It is a place where the strangers outnumber the locals, especially in the cemeteries. Population of Mendev, for the most part, consists of humans and other races not exactly known for their longevity. So the current generation of Mendevians were born in the shadow of the world wound and raised by the Crusades. Might be the last person to complain about the decline of traditions and lack of character in our country, but I also happen to come from one of Mendev's most ancient lineages. Wait, yeah, right? Aren't they like related to Queen Galfrey or something? Uh, it is his its history is bred deep in my bones. My tutors told me stories about my heritage. The galleries, libraries, and even in the interiors of the mansion I grew up in were filled to the brim with memories of events long past. There are many heroes of old Mendev among my glorious ancestors, or at the very least, patrons and contemporaries of such heroes. Does anyone actually remember them now? I don't think so. These days, Mendev has its own heroes, in shining armor and with holy fire in their eyes. I myself remember how several streets that once celebrated my ancestors were renamed in honor of some crusaders who had died in a heroic fashion. None of the citizens remember the old crossing festival that was eventually replaced by Armas. These holidays even share the same date. Pretty much the only authentic thing about Mendev now is its endless war with the demons. And is there a point in bemoaning this state of affairs? What's gone is gone, but at least we're no longer some tiny god-forsaken northern kingdom, and that's something, isn't it? Um, hmm. These games are always crazy because, I mean, I don't even know if it's the, well, I mean, I guess it is the game because well, I mean, they're based on the tabletop stuff, right? The stories, but they're always like filled with like stuff that is like relatable, right? Like this is talking about like loss of like cultural identity and stuff like that, and becoming just like prosperous in a certain way, but losing so much of its history and stuff like that. I guess not history, but just like I said, cultural identity and who they were, and becoming more like general thing. Anyways, you don't really like Crusaders, do you? Quite the opposite. When I think about how many devoted heroes are willing to protect this world against the demonic threat, I feel so inspired. Inspired to continue indulging my vices while they fight to keep me safe. I mean, that's pretty much why people are happy, right? They get to live their lives. So, I mean, he's not really any different. Imagine being someone like me, someone who has everything they can possibly desire: youth, health, beauty, wealth, and honest wish to live and enjoy living, but vanishingly few ways to put it all to any use. The fact that the word fun itself is not yet outlawed in Mende must be due to some bureaucratic oversight. You can celebrate your victory solemnly, you can wet your whistle after a challenging battle, but what about real fun, joys, pleasures? I can't remember a single evening at court without someone chastening me for my banquets, my lovers and mistresses, my luxuriant clothes, my everything. Would have been a lot easier to tolerate all those hypocrites if they took a break once in a while. Instead, there was a constant fuss about how I wasn't doing anything for the greater good and how I only brought shame to my royal cousin. The only problem with these games is like the amount of dialogue is cool and everything, story and stuff, notes and all that, lore, but the amount of reading is it's like insane. but a lot of it is like repeating stuff. Like this guy's just is like saying in like 20 different ways that he's like a indulgent, like kind of a he's like an indulgent dick, right? A selfish, greedy, indulgent dick. He's just saying that over and over, just like different ways. What do you think of our enemies? Do you mean the demons themselves or their followers? The former deserve to be cleansed with heavenly fire for their unholy origin alone, and the latter for their idiocy. Idiocy. I wanted to say idiocracy. Whereas I don't understand why a sane person would submit themselves to Discari or Kabiri. Cab, Cabri, Cabribri. No, wait, Cabriri. Alright, Lady Noctula. Almost seems like a bearable enough mistress, yet there are so many other cultists. They tried to recruit me twice already, and I'm not even that old. First, a very pretty tiefling girl tried to seduce me. Then they came with promises of Lord Baphomet's endless boons. I still wonder what exactly the old Hornhead could offer me that I don't already have. That's what I mean, obviously there's greed and stuff, right? But I'm always curious about like rich people being like the Satanist or cultist or whatever. It's like they already have everything. What the hell? I mean, it's one thing if they were like part of a family that did it and it's like tradition, or if they got their power and wealth from like a contract or something. But if they're already rich, why would they even consider being recruited? You know what I've been thinking? Every shopkeeper knows this trick. An enticing offer along the lines of 1 in every 100 buns from a bakery contains a silver coin. And of course, a hired actress to make the memorable show of finding said coin in her sweet roll. Hundreds of gullible fools storm the shop, hoping to win a prize for themselves. Wait, one in every... Oh, thought it said only one, like, in all of them. I was like, they already found it. Anyways, uh... hoping to win a prize for themselves. I think the infamous Aurelie Vorlish was such an actress for the Lords of the Abyss, a petty Sarkorian witch who became the uncrowned queen of the world wound, waited upon hand and foot by demon lords. Only instead of visiting a bakery, the gullible fools rushed to join the cultists. Yeah, I can see that. We have an army of unbelievably powerful supernatural invaders from another dimension, hell bent on destruction and domination. And what do those fools do? They serve them willingly as pawns and lackeys, hoping against some hope that someday their masters will notice them. You won't believe how delighted I am to be so vain and self-absorbed. These sins protect me against demonic temptation better than any virtue. I could see that also. Basically, the cultists are Sims. Can't think of anything else at the moment. Bro, look, there's still two more. Wait, one more. I mean, instead of carousing far away from Kenabres with a small army of mercenaries to protect me, I will get to that. You see, when you appeared at my door out of nowhere, awash with bravery and heroism, and started tossing demons around like rag dolls. Well, I mean, that didn't happen. I got freaking spammed with Steam Cloud, and I couldn't act for like 5 turns. But anyways, I thought that your company uh, might be more exciting than my usual crowd of sycophant hangers-on. You seemed competent and mysterious at the same time, so I decided that a little demon hunting wouldn't hurt, especially with such an intriguing entourage. That party had been growing staler with every passing second anyway. Wasn't it your party at your house, man? Needless to say, I'm not here for long. I shall return to the capital or even one of my country estates as soon as we reclaim the city. Why won't you do that now? Well, I mean, I guess he just said he wanted to like go on an adventure or whatever. Um, Crusades bellowing commanders, row upon row of identical tents. This is not the life for me. But I will certainly remember you and our adventures together for a week, or perhaps even longer than that. Okay, man, I gotta go. I've been talking to you two fucks for too long. Okay, so these are new quests. 5 vials of magic essence. What does that mean? Is it actually gonna be an item called magic essence? Brenda Scale shed some light on the fate of Protector Kenabres, but much remains unknown. To learn the full story, find something else that once belonged to Rendelev. Let's see. I don't know what I have to do with this. Find something else that belonged to Rendelev. Uh, this one is the next one, right? Sharpen armor on spells prepared. It's time to discuss the plan of attack with the I'm not doing that yet. I gotta talk to like these 5 other people. I talked to Horgus, right? And I gotta talk to the thieves. I gotta wait for this. I gotta wait for this. I gotta find something. Gotta wait. No, wait. This is the thieves people. What is this other? Oh, I gotta go to the Tower of Estrad. Okay. This I gotta wait on. Thieves, Tower of Estrad. And the house, the mansion of Gwyrm. I think that's it. Because this, I don't know where I'm gonna find this at. I want to see where... This? No, this is what he gave me. Fire-based effects. Sure, I'll equip it. Why not? Would be here, right? This is the buckle, right? No. Where's the... Is this it? Yeah, fragment of a gold buckle that once adorned the magic with unknown word. Usuary's expert. Wait, so does... Is like magic essence a resource? And like I'm gonna be able to pick what artifacts to restore? Or is it specifically for this? So like if I find 5 of them, I could use them on something else, or do I have to use them on this? Anyways, I don't even know what the hell magic essence is. So there's that, and then it said I'm gonna repair this sword. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen, I guess. So the buckle, radiance, and then whatever. I'm sure it's gonna be like 2 acts later. Did that guy... Wait, hold on.
I will guide us.
This is... I showed this guy, right? He's a blacksmith. I could have sworn I showed him. Count Rende. Tell you, why not? Everyone knows the story, you see, but you could say that I'm the one who found it in a way. Wait, what? What is he talking about? If you know who's who in the city, maybe you tell him. Everyone knows the story, you see, but you could say that I'm the one who found it. Oh, the Rendays are a very wealthy and ancient line. They hail from the outlying areas of Kenabres, where the Rende family seat is, along with their ancestral lands. In the past, if Mendev was ever feuding with Sarkoris, or some clan from there was causing trouble, the Count and Countess of Rende were the ones who would defend the border with their soldiers. Their main residence was called Heaven's Edge. It still stands to this day north of here on the road toward Dresden. But no one lives there now. Around 10 or so years ago, there was a grand celebration held on the estate. The mother and the guardian of the current count invited the great and good to celebrate his birthday. The entire Rende clan was there, as well as many other nobles, and then, without warning, a demon struck. Clearly, they couldn't ignore such a perfect opportunity to cut down so many of Mendev's great dynasties in one fell swoop. There was even a chance that the queen herself would make an appearance, for she was related to the count as well. Well, when no news came from the estate, a troop of inquisitors was sent to investigate. They forced open the gates and discovered a manor full of corpses. They all perished, Thorin says sorrowfully. The servants, the guards, the guests, including some of Iomede's chosen clerics and paladins. The demons had unleashed a magical plague, terrifying and strange, the likes of which hadn't been seen before or since. And among all this was young Daeran Arende, the only survivor. Count had a talent for divine magic since his youth, healing magic in particular, and that must be why he didn't die along with the rest. He couldn't explain how he survived the disease. I saw him that day when they brought him to the city, pale and barely conscious of his surroundings. So that's the story. Since then, Heaven's Edge stood abandoned, sealed off to the outside world. People are still afraid to go to the places. So how do I repair this sword, brother? Blow from above. Oh. Uh... Hmm. Trying to... I don't know. Do I have healing potions? I do, but... I guess I should buy cold iron, right? Bro, I have like no gold. Bro, I gotta start, I don't know. Where do these arrows go? Alright, whatever. I'm out of here, man. I gotta figure out where I, do I have anything to do in here? I don't think, right? Oh wait, it wants me to talk to Irabeth? No, please don't make me go. Oh. Huh? This is the guy in the statue, right?
What in the name of the Green Mother's going on in this crazy town?
The ceiling gives way with a thundering crash, and a griffin lands on the floor of the tavern. In a flash, the creature transforms. A huge red-bearded man now stands before you. Holding his arms, he casts a proprietary eye over the tavern, and a deep, booming voice asks what he just asked.
Who's in charge here? You there in the armor? Or is it you, tavern keeper? Or maybe it's you, old-timer? Oh, you, I remember. You were in that ravaged fortress with all the books. You can explain all this to me.
This guy just crashed through the fucking roof, destroyed it, and now he's demanding me answer. He's lucky I don't run him through.
Well?
Failed.
Right then. We've had our staring contest.
It better not be like
Now,
2 or so.
around.
I fucking hate this game. Look at this. 2? Really? I rolled a 2 and I missed by 1. This game. Listen, I spent the last, I don't know how many battles missing about 75%, 80% of the time because of low rolls. Can you at least let me roll higher than a freaking 5 during a skill check, please?
All right. First things first. If by some chance you don't already know, they call me Ulbrig. Ulbrig Olesk. Chief of the Olesk clan. The one that gave Barzog's orcs a drubbing. But never heard of them either. I'll be damned. Is this an illusion or something? One minute I'm laying myself down for a nap in a glade one summer's day, and the next I'm waking up among ruins and flames and monsters running riot. And no one knows me. But you see, my name's famous across Sarkoris. Where in the blazes am I? What's going on here?
I mean, you're not in Sarkoris anymore, brother. You're like Dorothy, lost in another world. See, I passed this one. See, look at that, 11. You've heard songs that tell of the glorious victory of an alliance of Sarkorian tribes over an orcish horde led by a chief called Barzog. But that was a long time ago. Centuries in the past, before the demon invasion. Is it possible that this man does not know that Sarkoris has fallen? Wait, so he's Sarkorian, right? Okay, so yeah, first off, you couldn't come through the door.
The door would have been smarter, right enough. I was asleep too long, that must be it. My head's all muddled. I remember I was flying over the city looking for something, and when I found it, I just drove straight for it. Roads and roofs be damned. But what was I looking for? Drinks? Warriors? Oh, that's not it. Or maybe you. Was I looking for you?
How did you know I was here? What do you mean?
Now, let me think. Strange that the memory's in there, but it's all broken up in little pieces. So, I opened my eyes. I saw books and stones around me, and you were there. Then I was flying over the city. I had wings. And then I was in this here tavern, and then I saw you again.
So he opened up, he saw books and stone, saw me, and he took off. I guess he was blacked out and he was flying, and he woke up. Wait, I had wings? What? So he doesn't know he's a griffin?
A statue, you say? Strange. I don't remember being turned to stone. But if it looked like a griffin, then it must have been me. Take a gander at this. Don't worry, I won't scratch you. I'm no werewolf, I'm a shifter. My powers were granted to me by the sacred griffin Ervar, who protects our clan. I doubt you've got any other griffins flying about this city of yours.
Okay, so he does know he's like, I don't know, a druid or something. He does know he is a griffin or can transform into one or whatever. And why was he like surprised that he had wings? Or he's like confused or something. I don't know, like, he's just, weird.
That's what I'm saying to you. I was plucked like a fish from a pond and carried off to God's nowhere. All right, that's enough questions from you. Now answer some of mine. Where am I, and what's going on here?
Hate to tell you, man, but city's called Kenabres. I don't know how long you were asleep, but Sarkoris hasn't existed for 100 years.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Oh, you got me there. You're telling me I fell asleep for 100 years, Sarkoris was swallowed by demons, and Kenabres, that little fishing village, is now a fortress city? Oh, go on, pull the other one.
I mean, yeah, man, hate to tell you, but I don't remember who Aurelia was. I don't know if she was a... I think she was an outcast. I was gonna say I thought she was like a queen or something, but she was an outcast witch or something, and she caused all that to happen. The world wound.
Fine. If you don't want to tell me what's going on, don't. We're in a tavern, not in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty of folks around. I'm sure one of these people will tell me what's happening here. There's one thing I do know without asking. You've got a tough fight on your hands. I'm not one to wait on an invitation to a brawl, so if you're making ready to break some demon horns, I'm going with you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a taste of whatever ale they brew here.
Wait, so he's
Without a doubt.
making my party now? He is. Okay. Let's just level her up. I'm trying to think. I don't remember. Did I give her this level? I think I might have just randomly given it to her. Whatever. I'm not gonna be using her. This guy either, so they don't matter. I want to try to go more towards lawful. Do I want to spend another fucking hour talking to this one guy? Like, please, man. If this guy just fucking prattles on, I swear. Just the last I wanted to talk to your health, by the way. Ulbrig sips from his beer mug. Asked around his city his city about the whole hubbub. Hubbub. Who you lot are fighting and why. The more I hear, the less I understand. You weren't lying about Kenabres and the demons invading. No. Everyone from the tavern keeper to a knight is giving me the same hokum. They all say Sarkoris was burned to the ground by a bunch of Oglins 100 years ago, and Kenabres, that god's-forsaken village the size of a pig's snout, was turned into a massive fortress to defend against them. Which means I must have slept for 100 years and didn't notice a thing. What am I to make of this? Am I the barmy one, or is everyone else? Maybe we've all been bewitched by Fae and are living in the yarn they're spinning. Talk about a doozy. Bro, look at all... Everyone has like 20 things to talk about, man. Question of my own ask you. Explain to me plain and simple. Back when we first met, what was that all about? How did I end up in a fortress with all the books? Why did I wake up right when you came? This is horse feathers. Real horse feathers here is how many questions you're able to ask without pausing for breath and letting me get a word in edgewise. Yes, this. But I'm not going to tell them that. That griffin statue had stood in the library for decades. I mean, I was napping inside the statue, and what woke me up was probably the grasshopper god. Smashing in the city with the scythe. Oh, Discari. I'm a heavy sleeper, but no one could have slept through a whopper like that. No, it still doesn't make a lick of sense. Right, so what was it you wanted to ask me about? Here we go with the 20 pages of backstory. Tell me about your homeland. I'll tell you this, Sarkoris isn't a country, Sarkoris is a whole world. Just imagine, a lynx standing at the edge of the snowy woods in the north, perch splashing in the Selin in the east, furry bumblebees buzzing over the blooming hills of the south. And everywhere you look, there are people, the likes of which you won't find anywhere in the world. They are the bravest in battle and the fleetest in dance. Hundreds of tribes, each with its own legends, songs, heroes, gods, and spirits. So kind of like barbarians then, is what you're saying. Now you tell me, could a land like that really have perished because of a few grasshoppers? I won't believe it ever. Alright, now your turn. Where do you hail from? Who's your tribe? Family's far away, I don't know if I ever see them again. Crusader, I don't have a tribe, I have our cause. Humble Party is my only tribe, it's all the tribe I need. Have no tribe, I'm on my own. Don't remember past too well, where I am, where I'm from. The memories are all hazy. I'm assuming this isn't gonna have much of an effect on story, like it probably won't get referenced, this decision, at least particularly. Family, well, I'm an elf too. A noble elf. Oh, I see. Ulbrig nods his head with understanding. So you and I share the same troubles, huh? All we can do is remember those dear to us and hope that someday, by some miracle, we'll see them again. You're from the Oles clan, right? Tell me about it. Our clan is one of the oldest. Our history goes back to a time before Sarkoris was settled, when our ancestors lived in the mountains in the far north. Once their mountain home had become too small for them, they went down to the untrodden hills and forests of the south, drove them out the monsters and the giants, and founded Sarkoris. Even back then, the Olesk were the first into every battle and the first to build a settlement on their land. People wrote so many songs about our deeds, if I were to start singing them all to you now, we'd be stuck here for a good month. Who routed the Orcish invaders? Who seduced the Fey Queen and stole her tail? Well, I don't know about that. Whose apples are the size of a hair, and whose cider made from those apples can knock a bear out? That's right, it's all us, the Oles. Isn't the Fey Queen the one from Kingmaker? I really forgot her name. Because at the end, if you get the secret ending, you become like a ruler with her, no? If giants lived there before your ancestors came, you can't really call those lands untrodden, can you? You're a laugh. You're saying giants are people. Alright, bro, calm down. I don't know if that's... I don't know if you should be saying that. Have you seen one with your own eyes? They can't even speak our tongue. They just growl and fart. They may look like humans, but they're dumber than frogs. All they know is eating and fighting. They feast on human flesh, I'll have you know, so don't feel bad for those freaks. Our ancestors were right to cut them down. I guess, man, whatever. I was the chieftain, and not by right of blood, like in some tribes. It takes more than being born in the right family to lead the Oles. You have to earn that right from our divine patron, Erevar, the heavenly griffin, chose me. Ulbrig chuckles mirthlessly. Except as you can see, it didn't do my clan much good. The chieftain's duty is to be with their people, in peace and in war, in life and in death. And what did I do? Abandon them. There's no two ways about it. I missed everything. I slept through everything. Tell me about your patron, the Griffin. Ervar, the Griffin whose beak has marked the sun and whose talons have raked the moon. Ulbrig crosses his arms in a ritual gesture. He is the ancient protector of our clan. From each generation he chooses one who is worthy of wielding his power and leading his tribe. But ever since I woke up here, he hasn't spoken to me once. No prophetic dreams, no answers, no signs. His power is still with me, so he must believe. Then why is he silent? He shakes his red mane helplessly. Tell me about your homeland. Oh, I already... Okay. Already, yeah, okay. Did everything. Good.
Forwards.
Alright, bro. I'm, like, out of here. Why did I come back in here again? I forgot why I came in here. Because that dude came crashing through the fucking roof. well, we're just gonna leave. Oh, man, I should heal though. Why is she dying? Alright, I need to go somewhere. This is gonna be my party. What is this? I'm not gonna do the Great Garrison stuff, man. Not yet. I need to go to the Tower of Estrad. I need to talk to like the Thieflings and stuff. Yeah, let's just go here. Let's go talk to the thieves. And then we need to go talk to the Horgus Worm after. Let me just save it first.
We march ahead.
Sister Karasme, the basement is dark and dank. You are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered Tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. A tall woman who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Woljif, you got my message then. Sorry, I couldn't swing by sooner, dear Sister Karasme. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, well, no, I was still in shackles when I was being watched, and then the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, it was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Erebeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Wait, is it that dude that was trapped under the rubble that we freed? Kenabres is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the city? Tell us your side of the story. What happened? Karasme turns to you. She speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind when things went south. Single fluid motion. Karasme adjusts her grip on the knife so that now she is holding it by the blade, as if preparing to throw it. Burden of proof. Are you a city guard or something? I don't know how it is with your lot, but in the family, the highest rank is always right, and here, that's me. I'm the highest rank. I'm level 5, I think. Do you think Woljif knows the name of the traitor? Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Woljif has been part of has very quickly come to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guards, or the competitors found out where they could ambush them. Woljif is the only one who always comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, he'll come to the same conclusion as us. Kenabres is burning, man. Karasme purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave, like the rest of my brothers and sisters. But in the family, there's nothing worse than betrayal, and it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. I don't find the rat, my superiors, let's just say. I will wish I was burning in Kenabres. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take the chance. Till I find out who is the traitor here, no one is leaving. I'll kill you all and put an end to this. I want to do that, but what's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Karasme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there. Woljif jerks his head toward the 5 Thieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and she says, "We've got a score. And ancient, ancient trees and wonders." Bro, I don't know why I struggle to read sometimes. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. But now, a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with the tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny. So we're in. Wait. So, this magic shop that's guarded by a golem, somehow you happen to get a good tip and a spell to knock out the golem. Sound like you got set up, man. Maybe by Karasme, who knows? So, the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. So basically, whoever was going to be participating, that's it. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right. With the locks, the golem, I picked the lock and I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on lookout. Brother Mellowrune had the scroll. Nafi, Tavi, and Varnir brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in the sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under a table after it. Next thing I know, Erebeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off of me. About 20,000 worth. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So, they caught you, poor thing. Stripped of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Karasme is pointedly polishing her knife. Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Woljif? What is the moon of the abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of ancient trees and wonders. Silver, sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side, there was a half moon. You know, a crescent, a waning moon. And in the middle, there was a dark crystal like an eclipsing... Like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Foulman was so proud of the amulet. In the middle of the dark... proud of the amulet. He used to say, "I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection." We'll just sighs unhappily. I used to go there and see what kind of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Kenabres. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around ancient trees and wonders, strolling over the moon of the abyss. Did you think you could swipe it all in the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Erebeth arrest her own informant? I mean, to get him out. Get the words right out of my mouth. Doesn't make sense. If I was a rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the ceiling can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner. To the moon abyss, the moon of the abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure, but it's just an amulet that ain't worth dying over. You knew Erebeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup and knew exactly what You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only real problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Fileman. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? I doubt it. She's a paladin, so obviously, no. Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of Iomedae all rolled into one. That's the whole story. Woldriff crosses his arm, looking affronted. Some family this turned out to be. Just the name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I gonna do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Karasmate, I'll find it. And I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so you don't end up at the bottom of the cellin. But do you know what you're gonna owe me for that? An apology, right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, sorry, Woljef, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljef, the family will get to you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and meal. You'll look into the eyes of every Tiefling you meet, wondering if the family is coming for you. You'll have no peace. But one day, you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath, and that is when we'll get you. Got that? You have a way with words, Sister Karasmate. A way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal, Erebeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking. I'll kill you all. If I was evil, that's what I would have done. It would be funny. Go through all that talking just to kill him anyways. Now get my apology. Onward to Erebeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Can I take this? Thanks. Nerds. Wait, is there anything in here? I wonder if I can, the shop? No. Oh, okay, it is a shop, but he's closed. Alright, let's go to Horgus Worm. Where is he? Can I go to the Pataxian wine cellar? Oh, that's all the way around. That was the lost bag. Okay, I'll go here, here, and then here. But later. For now. I already went here. Tower of Restaurants. I can go here, then the tower. And Worm's Mansion. Wait, hold on. It comes from the market. I'm probably gonna have to end up going back up and around. Then I can go here. Or maybe I should just go here and make my way back. Then go here, here, and then back. Then go up. Yeah, maybe. We'll do that. Bay family lived in a simple house far away from the wealthy neighborhoods. Most of the houses on the street are now ruined and abandoned, but this one seemed intact. Although the broken door makes one wonder if there's still anything left value left inside. Let's go. 7 hours, sure. I'm gonna get caught somewhere. Yep. Evade for now. Continue. I'll fight the next one. Oh, well, I have to anyways. Okay.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Oh, thank you, Ember, I think. Too sheer behind me. Is that it? Who's going? A wolf. Knock him down, Wolf. Nope, you missed. Okay.
Cover me, all right?
Should get a sneak attack. He missed. Okay, well. You can equip your arrows. Where are they at? Here? Equip them and then shoot him.
They'll beg me to stop!
Yeah. Who's this? Ember? Wait, so this is... Hold on. Is this once a day? No, you can use it as many times as you want, just only once against the enemies. Right? You saved. Okay, I can't cast it again.
Attack!
Whack him. Oh, you messed up. Okay, well, who is this? Oh, Camellia. Who's this? Enio?
I'll remove this obstacle.
Trip him, man. Come on. You did it. Good job, Lizard.
I'll cut you
Stab
wide
it.
open.
Yeah. Did he hit anyone? Oh, he did. He hit an Enio. Oh my. Trip him. Or eat him. Whatever.
Stab
Stab
you or
him.
zap you. Why not both?
Yeah. No, wait. Can I? Hold on. Can.
I'll rip you apart!
Surely
Surrender or else.
I'll be able to kill him.
We shall overcome.
Mind over muscle. The spirits demand your blood.
Hmm. Is it worth it? 14. Nah. I need to heal though.
I will not falter.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Wait, where am I going? Oh, right. To the worm house. Bro. You know what? No. We gotta keep going. Only one. Who's? Oh, they're not in battle yet.
Defeat is not an option.
Wasn't paying attention. I was like, why are they just standing there? It's Woljif. You know what? Delay by 1. If I can do this,
Hold back.
and then I can do this.
Distract them from me.
And I missed anyways. Okay.
You're irrelevant.
Woljif quit, or I mean, Nenio. I think there's only one.
Too late for apologies.
How does she hit? She hits so much too. Trip him, Lizard, trip him. Oh. Wait, did he? No, failed. He has 18, and I rolled a 3. So I need to roll 8 at least.
You are
Hopefully I
today's
can kill this guy.
sacrifice.
Nope. Oh my, you're dead.
Strike as one.
Time to share your treasures!
Bro. I don't care if he landed a... Did he get a nat 20? No way, right? Oh my, he did. What am I missing with? Look at this. Roll the 2. Roll the 2. Roll the 3. Bro, this game is diabolical. It's one thing if it's like a percentage to hit or something and you miss. But the way it's like depicted, like rolls or whatever, just makes it feel so much worse.
No match for me.
You should have listened to reason.
So I need to heal myself. Please, knock him down or something.
I'll hit you!
Did that arrow just fall to the ground to not do anything? I can't coup de grace, right? It's only when they're stunned.
Go for their hearts!
Yeah, go for their heart, man.
Attack.
Cover
Stab
me,
him.
alright? Can't you just die already?
Sure.
I'll rip you apart.
Missed,
I'll
of
remove
course.
this obstacle.
He should die when he gets up. There's so many people trying to attack him.
You won't stop us.
Yeah. No way he lives. If every single person missed, I'd be so mad.
Let us not hesitate.
Magritium Turinos.
I don't have to. I'm not going through there. I'm going through here. Alright, so we're gonna talk to Worm. I guess help him with something. I have Camellia, right?
Our path leads on.
I probably should have brought Daeran. Advanced fighter. Okay, well, there's gonna be a lot of fighting. There's 2 people. There's probably one back here. Maybe over here is one. Wait. Bro. Plus 13. Strength. Why is his strength plus 6? Let's see, plus 6 is 2, every 2 over 10, right? So that would have to be 12. That would be 22 strength. Power attack, plus 4, then plus 2 from freaking weapon specialization, weapon training. That is insane. What does he roll? 14. Jesus Christ, man.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I'll cut you wide open!
I'm missing everything. There's a freaking demon here too. A bow bow. A bow bow. Oh, babao. I don't think this has like old iron. Yeah. Probably do this. Oh, good. Or you or cold iron, whatever. I wonder if I should use a spell. Probably, but
Mind over muscle.
oh wait, I should have. Whatever. Trip. This guy. Yeah, trip him. She should use a spell. Winter's Grasp. Wait, does this hit our allies too? It does. It's the point though, right? Yeah. Surely. Why does it not... Can't cast it here? Is that hitting Camellia? Can't tell. How do I hit? Hold on. Can't tell if it's hitting the freaking guy. It's my lizard. It's not showing the thing over him.
Yes.
That should be fine. Who is this? Stab this guy.
Distract them from me.
Yeah, kill him.
Time to share your treasures.
Now stab this guy.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yeah. Alright. Attack this demon.
Forgive me.
Okay. This game is... Wait. Okay, I gotta load. There's no point. She's dead. It's gonna reload anyways. That guy did 21 damage, and this one did the same. Game is dumb, bro.
I stand ready.
Tell you what, you do this to yourself.
Ona Arayanon.
You do this to yourself.
Inimosi Travisi.
You can trust
You
me.
can do this on her.
Inimosi Travisi.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do.
To ideas. Yes.
Oh, I should have casted it with her.
I will see
I don't
this
think there's
through.
anything else. You can cast
Open your
Bless,
heart
right?
to me. This war must end.
Oh,
I don't think there's anything else I need to
I'm
cast.
here.
my obedience.
Where else would I be?
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I need to rest for that. Okay.
Our time has come.
Think that is it.
You'll make a fine
I'm gonna
trophy.
whoop this guy's ass. Who's going? Enio.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Okay, good job. Good job. Just whack him. You missed. Okay.
Cover me, all right?
This should be fine, right?
Yes.
We're just gonna wail on this guy until he's dead.
I'll cut you wide open.
What is this? You use regular arrows.
They'll beg me to stop.
How did he not fall? How did this guy not fall? That's crazy. Who's this? Enio.
You should have listened to reason.
Attack this guy. I don't know how this...
Stab you
Whatever.
or zap you. Why not both?
Surrender or else.
Probably missed, yeah.
The spirits demand your blood.
I'm missing everything. I don't know how this guy didn't fall. I missed? Yep.
Just a little.
Oh, I forgot this guy's a spammer. And I'm diseased now too. Who's this? Enio? No, I better.
Mind over muscle.
Well, just kill this guy, man.
We shall
Please.
overcome.
Have him.
Distract them from me.
Please
Too late
shoot him.
for
Something.
apologies.
Please.
For today's sacrifice.
No match for me.
This condition is irrational.
Trip him. Nope, you missed. Okay.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Do not hold back.
Yeah, beat him. Beat him with your
Time to share
thing.
your treasures.
Wait, who died? Oh no, they tripped.
I'll hit you.
Okay, well,
for their
he's gonna fall 100%.
I'll rip you apart.
I dedicate
Okay.
my body to science.
This game is gonna, you know, it's gonna trigger me. After the battle. Okay, so can't do anything. That's cool. And he saved. Who is this? You gotta go around. You gotta go around, Wolf. Please don't fall. I think he can just hit without actually going there. Yeah. He might fall. The lizard might fall. Oh, he made it. What?
I dedicate my body to science.
I'm gonna f you up, bro.
You won't stop us.
You're dead. You're dead. Ooh.
I'll cut you wide
Whatever.
open.
No match for me.
Please trip him. Please. Lizard. No.
The spirits demand your blood.
Okay, well. My characters are f***ing dying, man.
Where do you want me?
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
Yes. Esmith, Axel. Yes.
You need.
I don't steal.
I
I
need the
encourage
voice
people
of
to
the
save the poor,
spirits.
helpless tieflings around the world. Starting with me.
Magritium
Let us not hesitate.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Wait, what was I gonna do? Newest, oldest. Bro, I should probably, whatever. Is that his house right there? Surely this map's not big, right? No, okay. It's just this. I thought this dude said he had like a mansion.
Ahead.
Or is this whole place his? I think this whole place is
Our
his.
path leads
Should I
on.
just rest? Let me save it and then check about resting.
Together we stand.
Then you has a free spell slot before rest. Oh, right. She needs to let her or memorize her spells. She does too. And you. Okay. 2, 3. I don't have a spell for that, man. Trolling me. Okay, whatever. Who has... Stop telling me about that. The highest one is her. And then this. Next would be Nenio. This guy does have the highest, so... And she's like the best one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Bro, I swear if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. The goat lizard guy. Because if you didn't, he'd have dumped you first. Who'd want a shrew like you? I would. I would. Wait, who's the one saying that? Woljif? Alright, 1 sec. Let me, Did it succeed or no? It did. Cool, man. Oh, it's nighttime now. What time is it? Yeah, just thanks for watching and everything. But yeah, so I will see you later. Bye-bye.